Everyone is busy. I appreciate that you've taken the time to join me today. My goal is to give you concrete, actionable tips that you can immediately implement. Here are the 3 areas that we'll cover, and let's jump right in. Okay, what is the happiness factor? It sounds intriguing, right? So by happiness factor, I mean that intangible element that makes you feel good about what you do. And I believe that a well-constructed weekly update can go a long way towards amplifying the happiness factor for teachers. So let's talk a little bit about how. I tried to make a Venn diagram of the happiness factor as it might be enacted in a weekly update. And I came up with these 3 categories, and I'm going to talk about them one at a time. So first, celebrating teachers' work. I'm not going to read these stats to you because I hate it when people read slides to me. So as you're reading them to yourself, I'm going to say this. As we all know, we are at a particular moment in public education where we're facing staff shortages, turnover, and burnout. And there are many ways that building leaders have no control over what's happening in the field. That said, there are specific areas related to the happiness factor that principals do have control over, and that's really what I want to focus on. So, right, the key words here are appreciated, recognized, rewards. So how do we accomplish that in a weekly newsletter? All right, so principal recognition in every update. Dedicate space to honoring faculty work, whether in or out of the classroom. For example, shout out to Mr. Garcia for the incredible hallway display for Hispanic Heritage Month. Or, wow, I just witnessed a light bulb moment in Ms. Gregory's 8th grade ELA class today during a rousing discussion of point of view for a Langston Hughes poem. Or, this week's Principal Hall of Fame recognizes inductees in the category of fastest to complete paperwork. The honors go to X, Y, and Z. Or alternatively, every week highlight one person on your team. And what you see on your right is a blog post that I wrote where I go into more detail on these ideas, and I will include that blog post for you in the follow-up newsletter. And in addition to principals' recognition, teachers really need to see their value reflected back in the words of the community they serve. So building in opportunities for parents and students to hold up a mirror is powerful. In these ways, you are subtly creating a culture that celebrates the work of your faculty and where they feel supported because they feel seen. This also sets the tone for the way you'd like your faculty to communicate to parents on a weekly basis, recognizing, celebrating, and honoring the work of their students. And by the way, the image that you see on the left is a little snippet of a faculty newsletter template that I created and will send to you. But that colleague of the week is an actual school chef that I once worked with named Chef Bobo, who was really quite a fabulous educator. So just a little personal aside. Okay, so the second concentric circle in the Venn diagram of the happiness factor, respecting teachers' time. So every email that teachers receive is time away from planning, grading, prepping for a class, completing paperwork, or a delay leaving school. Or it's time that they're on their phones when they might be working out, or spending time with their own children, or cooking dinner, or just Netflix and chilling. So you want your update to cover everything that's essential, and, feel free to add other ideas of the kinds of functions that it could serve in the chat. The bottom line is that your weekly updates serve a very important functional logistical purpose, no question. Obviously, things are going to come up during the week. of course, but the more you can cut down on emails by including info in your weekly update, the more you are showing respect for your faculty's time. And then the third part of the happiness factor Venn diagram is connected to professional learning. So consider creating some sort of inspiration corner in your newsletter. Curate resources, share stories, find quotes, make memes. Keep the act of educating youngsters relatable and engaging, and invite your teachers to join you in this corner. Invite them to submit memes of the week, or to submit the best article they found on classroom management strategies, or to share a story of something they tried that didn't work, but here's what I would do differently next time. And just showing you the Venn diagram again as a way to bring it all home. All right, and now I'm going to just jump over a little bit to teacher observation. So now I realize that there are often district mandates that get in the way of using a newsletter platform for teacher observation. I would, however, put this in the category of yes and, as in, yes, there might be a different requirement for teacher observation. And this might be a format you'd like to add on for first-year teachers as extra support, or struggling teachers, or use it for admin observations, the athletic director, the librarian, the counselor. Or another way I might consider using a form like this as a building leader would be for PD. I might ask teachers to do self-assessments with something like this and to do their own goal setting. I would potentially use them for creating case studies of teachers or of students, and then use them as discussion points in faculty meetings. And in an ideal world, I'd love to see teachers creating a version of this for each of their students at least once a year. And just think how meaningful it would be to both students and parents, as well as how much the teacher might learn about the student in the process of compiling it. And I know that that's a dream, but it's a good dream. And lastly, a few quick general, very broad newsletter tips. I think the basic way that we understand school communications is that it's the way we share information. But what I want to offer you is a different lens to consider it. The communications are about building relationships. And so with every communication that you send to faculty members or to families, you have the opportunity to deepen your relationship to them, and at the same time to show who you are as a leader. And here's a final summary slide. So I went through that. That was fast, 11 minutes. So I want to pause here and say hi to everyone, and also just take any questions or any comments that you might have. And if you don't have any, then it's really a super fast webinar. And again, I just want to repeat that I will send you probably tomorrow a follow-up email that is a newsletter that has all the resources that I've mentioned here, along with the slides and a recording.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Hi. Okay, I'm Vanessa and I'm in Houston ISD. And I just have a question. So I just recently signed up for Smore so that I can send that out as a newsletter to our staff here. And I have a question on when I am on, I guess, the logistics side of when so I copied and pasted my newsletter, so I have it ready for the following week. And I noticed that when I'm making changes on there, is that active for them to see, or until you press send?
When you say copy and paste, do you mean you duplicated it?
Yes, I duplicated my newsletter because then what we do is we kind of edit that and keep
Right,
out the, leave the most important pieces that we want them to see again and all of that, and then delete the parts we don't want.
right. So they can't see it until you've sent it.
Okay. Okay, great. Thank you so much for that.
You're
Okay.
welcome. And that is a great time saver, duplicating it in that way.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Sure thing. All right. Any other questions that I can answer for you? All
Good
right.
morning.
Oh, good morning.
Hi, my name is Kiana Thompson. I'm in Philadelphia.
Hi,
Um,
Kiana.
Hi, are there any webinars that assist with, I was trying to use the new template.
The
I've
new
been using
editor.
it for several years now. So when I saw the new one, I started, but I was just so busy, I didn't have time to really play with it too much. So then I went back to the old one, but I am interested in getting like some tips or something on using the new format.
Yeah, I'll look and see what we have. I am not doing webinars on the new editor yet until it's released to the general public, which it's not yet.
Oh, it's not? Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah. But I'll look and see what we have and what I can include in the follow-up newsletter. But I do think if you have access to the new editor, there should be some videos available to you on the Smore site showing you
Okay.
how to use it.
Thank you.
Sure. I'm excited for it to be like in full release. It's really pretty. All right, if that's it for today, I'm gonna say thank you, and I wish you all a great start to the year, and look out for the follow-up email with all of the resources. And yeah, I'll hang out for another minute or two. And otherwise, thanks. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.